Hello guys, once again welcome to CAD Engine tutorials on Archicad 20, and in this video we will be handling the slab and the stair 2. Last video we handled the slab 2, and in this video we'll be handling the stair 2. So before we start, I'd like you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. We are going deeper and deeper in Archicad, and soon we will unlock the features of Legendary in Archicad. So here we go. Let's get to the shortcut button, Ctrl T. Here, this is the default stair elements that you have in Archicad. The complete stairs, you have the landings, and although I've never used this type of these things before, I have the stair elements. Stair elements is where you see the spiral step, spiral wooden, and this other type of shape. Although in Archicad 21 to 20 latest, that is, all these steps can be put normally, so you can use the higher versions, but I have a custom settings for Archicad 20. That is why I'm using Archicad 20. I have Archicad 21 and 22, but I have a custom settings for Archicad 20 which makes me work faster. We will get to that level and as time goes on, as we progress. So you too can be a legend in Archicad and produce very good architectural presentations. So let's get to it. Let's just use the normal steps that you know. We will be handling this spiral step and the U-shaped step, so you can use that settings to do other steps. It is just the same thing. So let's just handle these U-shaped steps. So these are the elements, the settings. You have this, leave it to this. The custom scale, leave it to that. So you go here, break mark type. This break mark type is this line here, so we want to change it to the one that we normally see on paper, which is the zigzag. Thank you. So here you change the pen weight. As you can see, it's a small pen which is of 0.13, which of course I promised we will be handling the pen tools, the types, how to change these pen tools in a later video. But for now, here is where you change the pen, the line type, the type of line that you want it to have. This is the invisible structure. It has the dashed line. This is the invisible structure. This one's here that has dashed lines. So let's go. Show working line. Yes, here you set the type of arrow you want, and here you set this type of start symbol you want. Here you set the type of font you want to use. Up and down text, this is where you put it. If you want up, down at bottom, down at top, all those things, if you need them, you can put them here. Show rail on floor plan. This will obstruct the views in your drawing, so you normally off it so that you can see the step as a step. You can see the step. We all know that there are rails on the step, but just off it for you not to hurt your eyes when you're viewing. So here is change the contour pen and the fill type. Change it to structural concrete here. Thank you. This is changed to structural concrete. This is the material that is the step, the base, the thread, the riser. This is the base. This is the base of the step. This is the thread. This is the thread. This one, the flat one, and the riser is the vertical one. So let's go. Let's just go to 3D, a 3D view of that, so that we can be following accurately. Here you change the surfaces of the step, how you want them to look like, the surfaces, whether glass, wood, whatever. Here you change your rail, the type of rail you want to give it. You change the type of rail that you want to give it. let me just put this one here. This is it. So right rail, then the left one same as right, or you can change a rail on the right. Let me say, put this simple bar on the left, it has a different railing, and on the right it has a different railing. So let me say this one, and the right we have simple bar, so that it can be very nice. So here, this is where we do the step settings proper. Parameter type, thread height, no, you say number of risers per run, so that it can be able to set it. We can be able to set it without calculation, without much calculations needed. So number of risers per run. The flight width, this is the flight width. The flight width, one flight like this from here to here, that is the flight width. So flight offset, this is the flight offset, this little space here. So thread and riser settings, sizes, number of risers in the first run. Now you give it the number of risers in the first run. Now if you change this 10, it will count. Maybe change another 11, it will count. This and 10 plus the slab will give you 3 meters of height. So preferred thread height, we normally use 150, that is architectural. Thread depth, this thread depth is what we call the thread is itself. This thread height is the riser, this thread depth is the thread itself. So the thread depth is 300. Thread thickness, that is this thread thickness. Nosing riser cover thickness is this little additional surface on top of that slab. If you don't need that, you can say 0. Then you can remove the riser cover. No cover. Nosing is this. Oh, I've removed that. Let's just check the riser cover. The nosing is this this is the nosing. This still little thing that came out of here, that is the nosing. So if you don't need that, I don't normally put that, so I normally put the nosing to be 0 and then remove the cover thickness, the thread cover, so that I will just have a simple step. So that is that for that. Okay, here I said the slab thickness. Check the left rail and the right rail. You can now go to surfaces, then give them surfaces when the way they will be shown on 3D. When you are done with that, you are done with the elevation, you are done with the slab, these are the numberings, you can say okay. Now you come and then put your step. You can put your step, and remember, when you are walking line up and down, you can set the numbering, show numbering, start from 1. Show numbering. If you don't want the numbering to show, you can turn that off. but in your working drawings you will like to show numberings, so you turn that on. Here is where you set the base, this base, the offset from the floor. This is where you set it, put it to 0. Leave it to project 0 because this is on home story. Leave it to project 0. Don't touch any other thing. Don't even set this height, because when you set the steps it will not give you the height. So okay to that, and this one can be moved. The spiral step, just like the normal step. This one does not have any other thing, just set the number of risers, or you can set it to thread height, but I prefer number of risers. Is quite easy. You set the number of risers you want, then change the angle of the step. If you want it to start from a place and go around and come and stop at that particular point at the upper level, you set it to 360. Now if you don't want, let me show you what I mean. This is on 360. It starts here, it goes around and stops here again. Now let's set it to 270 or anything less than 360. Now this is how it is going to look like. This is how it's going to look like. It starts here and goes around and stops somewhere here. This is how it's going to look like. Stairwell diameter. This stairwell diameter is this diameter here, this opening. It's not advisable to leave that huge space except there's something going on at the middle of the step. So we will set that to 100 so that it can cover up well. Yeah, thank you. So accessories: first thread level at floor level, top thread level at floor level. That's correct. Check the thread thickness, that is the riser cover, the cover of the riser. If you need it, you can set it to this, or you can put it to 0 if you don't need that. These risers, the covers, if you need that, you can set it to the number that you need. If you don't need it, you set it to 0, it will go. So here you set the landing thickness and whatever. You can change this one to none so that it will look like the normal step, a normal step that is hanging, cantilever step or whatever. So you set the right rail. Whether you need the right rail or you need the left rail, you uncheck that or check that. So you can see this is how we do it. So and here you set the surfaces that you want it to be. Anyone you click, you pick a surface from here. Don't go here to set the color of the step, because it will change the whole step to one color. It's not advisable to go here to try and change the color of a step. It will change the whole color of the whole step. So having done that, show rail on floor plan. No, off it, so that it can appear simple without disturbing the eyes. Dash line type, put it to solid line so that you can see the whole step as it goes. Then when we are done, you can hit OK. You can hit OK. Then you can put your step. This is our step. When we go to 3D, you can see the step here. Can as well do some little editings to that. Can change the height, can lower that. Lower the height of the stair to anyhow you want it to be. This also brings the base higher. That's it. There is not much thing to be done in the step except the settings. Not much to be done in the step except for the settings. Now if you want this to turn again to you can reduce the angle of this angle of stair. You can reduce it to 220 and it will keep reducing like that. If you want it to be in 180, you can keep it reducing and reducing. That is it. That is how it is going to be, starting from one side and ending on the other side. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to help us grow. And on the next video we will be handling a very important part of the tutorial, which is the roof and then the shell. These are two important tools in Archicad.